Hello world of YouTube, and welcome to a new Carversation. This time a little bit of a video response Carversation, because I recently saw a video that jumped out to me and made me really want to talk about this subject in general. The subject at hand is one very popular gaming channel on the internet, Game Grumps, a channel I've been following since day one, and have opinions about people's opinions about their current state of being. One of the things I think is interesting, and I know this isn't just a singular opinion because I've seen this opinion kind of thrown around, is that it feels like a shell of a version of itself. You know, there's less gameplay-centric stuff, and it feels more like a business now, more like a brand, and all that sort of stuff. And while I'd agree to a certain extent, I'm not mad at that. Like I said, I've been following Game Grumps since the beginning, and I've been following Aaron since before that, you know, and I got nothing but love for the guy. You know, I've never personally met him, John, or Danny. But I got nothing but love for Aaron. You know, I think he genuinely cares about this business that he started. You know, while I think he has questionable skills when it comes to gaming, I'm also not the only one to share that opinion. I'm sure I know he's aware that people think that he sucks at games, which is, you know, it is what it is. But I don't think he's become this soulless entity that people kind of shape him up to be just because he doesn't animate anymore. Which, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Do I like his animation style? Yeah. Is that what drew me to him in the first place? Yeah. But do I think he needs to animate more to fill some kind of passion that he has for the art style? No. For the medium of animation? No. I think people's passions change. You know, people want to do different things with their lives, and you know, if he's able to be successful in that, more power to him. You know, I think he still does do art every once in a while. He does it when he wants to do it, which is fine. You know, people want to say that he doesn't do art anymore. Period. No. You know, and people want to throw him under the bus because, you know, the whole John scenario. Fucking, that shit was so long ago. Get over it. John does his own shit now, and he's successful for it in his own way. Christ. Like, I don't know. I cared about the John thing when it was new, but, like, I don't give a shit anymore. You know, let it die. Let that side of the story die, you know? It's been Danny for a long time. You guys know I'm a pretty avid Ninja Sex Party supporter. You know, I'm happy to see them flourish. You know, I'm happy that Danny is still making music in the face of a thing like Game Grumps. And I want to kind of contextualize their lifestyle to those that may not see it. You know, and again, I'm just speaking as someone who has been doing this for a long time. I used to have a show where I critiqued YouTubers. You know, and I stopped doing that because, hey, it kind of feels like kind of a dick thing to do, to critique YouTubers and tell them how to run their channels. And I will say, I think it's interesting that Game Grumps has gone in this direction, but it makes total sense if you look at their rise. You know, the lack of gameplay focused stuff, they still do it because that's what they started with. But who's making money in the gaming world? Nobody. The gaming sect of YouTube is like a fucking ghost town when it comes to monetary, you know, unless you're using sources like Patreon!
That's where they from?
Do I watch the Game Grumps as much as I used to? No, but that's been like a thing that's going on for years. And that's just because they don't play games I want to watch them play. You know? I think it's smart that they added the 10-minute power hour to their thing, because they needed something else. Something to switch things up. You know, if they weren't going to keep Steam Train and have different commentators rotating in and out, if you want to have Dan and Aaron the focus, you need to have a variety of content. You know, while I, you know, have been of that mindset since the beginning, it seems like the YouTube populace is finally catching up to my philosophy. You need to have a bunch of different types of content if you're going to run it with just a couple of figureheads and a bunch of people behind the scenes. And that's another thing. Who cares if they don't edit their own shit? You know, if I could have an editor, I fucking would. It would save me so much time. It's a long, hard process to run a channel by themselves. And I feel like even when they got Barry early on, that was a smart move. They were doing 3 gameplay videos a day. A day! That's fucking 42 videos. That's a lot of fucking content to just sit there and, you know, make a day. Make a week. 42 videos a week is insane. So I don't mind them for pulling back. Plus, to say the live streams are lazier, it allows them to get through much more stuff in a condensed fashion for them to live stream. And in some instances, it helps people. Like when Aaron did the live stream for his mom's charity. That was fucking nice. You know, I really don't. And they have their own passion projects. You know, people kind of single out Aaron as not doing anything. He and Susie, like Susie is the manager of Game Grumps, but he's a big component of that too. You know? And I'm sure he likes to do things on the side. He just doesn't publicly do them. He wants to have a home life. And you know what? Frankly, I don't fucking blame him. You know, while I always say that I would do a lot more to showcase myself to you guys when I get the means, like streams and stuff, I would still have a lot of time to do my own shit that's not for the channel. You know? And I don't flack Aaron for that, you know? You gotta have your own personal time. I know he's talked about doing projects with, like, Brian on the side. They're doing Starbomb now, so that's other stuff. And I'm sure he's writing and he's doing voiceover work for other things. So he's still working, you know? And to say to those that call him out for wanting to make money, why should it fucking matter? Everybody fucking makes money on this platform. And if they want to spend it on their own shit, fucking let them. Who's anyone else to judge someone's taste for things? I don't know. I saw a video today that was all about railing the Game Grumps and say that they're in this, like, decline because they're pulling back on stuff and they're outsourcing a lot of their material, which I think is dumb. You know, they're building a community. They're building a community of game enthusiasts, which is one of Aaron's passions along with animation. The dude loves games. The dude loves talking about games. So he does, you know? And I don't know. While I don't watch the Game Grumps as much as I used to, and it's kind of become a meme of some of my friends to, like, the fact that I shit on Game Grumps, I don't actually hate the Game Grumps. I love them. I'm still subscribed. I still watch them intermittently. You know, there are other gaming channels I watch more, like Super Beard Bros, but I got a lot of love for Aaron and Danny and the company that they've made for themselves. And I wish them nothing but the best, you know. But that's my take on the Game Grumps. That's my in defense of the Game Grumps, because I feel like some aspects of the community get their heads up their asses a little bit. What do you think of the Game Grumps? Do you watch the Game Grumps? Are you much of a gaming YouTube watcher? I have a lot of opinions about the landscape of YouTube and the politics within the company, and I'm always happy to share those. But if you have a topic you'd like for me to discuss on Carversation, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But I'm going to get out of here. I have been Viral Rag. You guys have good days, lives, and situations, and I'll see you another day.